calling the internet police.
Welcome to The Game Case, a show for, well, anyone that plays World of Warcraft. The show rife with ramblings, tips, tricks, and goings-on in WoW. Here's your host, Chris Case.
Well, hello, hi, howdy, and welcome to episode 15 of The Game Case. I am Chris, also known as Cuddlès, a brewmaster monk on Airy Peak in the Convert to Raid Guild. This week, I'm going to run down my week in WoW, give you the latest update on the Race to World First, let you in on a live conversation between me and the incredible Salmacis from the Converted podcast about the Well Played party coming up at BlizzCon, announce the winner of the Good Deed in Draenor contest, and give you some tips for curing some of those mid-expansion blues. So let's dive right into my week in WoW. And I gotta tell y'all, it was absolutely incredible. Now, my team, Bacon and Kegs, now officially on Airy Peak in Convert to Raid. We're still setting up ourselves in the new Raid Builder tool, but we are officially all in Convert to Raid. We're really excited about that, and we had an incredible weekend. We went 4 of 10 in Hellfire Citadel. Got the picture here of our Gurtog Blood Boil Hellfire High Council kill. Absolutely incredible. Had a blast running through there. Then that was on Saturday. On Sunday morning, super early, we are a 5 a.m. server raid team. So real early in the morning, we like to raid and get it out of the way. We have Bacon, we have Kegs. It's great. We ran through normal Blackrock Foundry to gear up a new player's alt. And wow, I gotta tell you, after running through Blackrock progression-wise with Rubber Chicken Coalition and Bacon and Kegs at the time, Poor Judgment / Ascendant, and in doing the progression and, you know, wiping on bosses and getting gear, being able to go back to Blackrock, and now after they've done all the nerfs, you know, it's not quite as hard as it used to be. We're all in like 690 plus gear. It was a blast. It was my first time rating current content with a, you know, like a current raid team. Like, I've gone back and I've done like Mogoshan Vaults and Throne of Thunder and stuff. But come on, that's all a face roll. There's a couple bosses in there, mechanics, and, you know, stuff that can mess you up. But really and truly, that stuff is, you don't have to pay that much attention. And being able to go through Blackrock and just feel like what I imagine some of the better raid teams feel like, which is not to put down ours, but I felt like I was on like method, running through like heroics, getting our, you know, doing our split raids, getting our gear for some of our alts and our tunes. Like, it was an absolute blast. I don't know that I've had that much fun raiding since I started playing World of Warcraft. I have to say thank you to Bacon and Kegs for getting us in there, and congrats to Muzzafir. I apologize if I'm saying that wrong, but Muzzafir, our new recruit who we took from 655 to 679, I believe, in one raid. He did quite the eye level boost over the weekend. So we're really looking forward to going back into Hellfire, hitting the normals, going 5 or 6 of 13 coming up this weekend. Now, of course, I also raided with Rubber Chicken Coalition, and wow, what a good time. We got down Cormac, went 3 of 13, and I have to say Cormac took us 32 wipes. That might be a record for me. I know that's not a lot. I know that's not, you know, 200-300. That's nothing crazy. But here I got our screenshot with Rubber Chicken Coalition with Cormac down. You cannot see it, but every single one of us has a gigantic smile on our face. This boss was tough for us. And being able to get through them, you know, you hear some raid teams say that Beast Lord is hard, and then other teams go in and one-shot him. And that was kind of the case for me. With Bacon and Kegs, I think we four-shotted Cormac. With Rubber Chicken Coalition, it was a struggle. But I'll tell you what, that struggle made the victory that much sweeter. It was a blast. So thank you to everybody with Rubber Chicken Coalition. Thank you for everybody that rolls with us. Summer Sal here in the chat room pointed out that Rubber Chicken has been around for a long time, and they have. If you're in Convert to Raid or know someone that has been in Convert to Raid, they probably raided with Rubber Chicken Coalition. For a long time, they've kind of been the starter guild or starter raid team within Convert to Raid. You join Convert to Raid, and oh my gosh, look, here's these rubber chickens, and we're gonna go raid with them. And they've been around forever. Big thank you and lots of gratitude to Swayze, the current raid lead of Rubber Chicken Coalition, not only for keeping them going, but for leading us through Hellfire Citadel and Blackrock Foundry, and the one before Hi Mall. There you go. Hi Mall. This is what happens when I do a show live. But thanks, Swayze. You're really doing a great job as a raid lead. We all love and respect you. So thank you for continuing the magnificent tradition that is Rubber Chicken Coalition. There are nary a few CTR members that can claim that they have not raided with this team. So it's definitely one of those kind of old school CTR standards. We got Volarin CTR here in the chat room saying that he pugged with the chickens a few times. That's what everybody, the whole community, it's almost like the community raid team, and I'm just very grateful to be a part of not only CTR but especially the Rubber Chickens and everybody on the team. Guys, we got Cormac down. That's over. Let's go get Hellfire High Council on Tuesday. We are going to roll him over. Now, outside of raiding, I got to do an incredible TOT, Throne of Thunder, Mount Run with one of our event planners here in CTR, Mr. Wares. He ran an absolutely incredible event, really tight event. We ran through Throne of Thunder, didn't have any issues. Unfortunately, we did not see him out, but if you'd like to check out the video for that, it is up on the Game Case YouTube. Great little hour-long video of us just running through Throne of Thunder, having fun. Plenty of notable folks from the community joined us, and we had an absolute blast. Now, outside of raiding and special events, I leveled my hunter a bit, and I have to say, although I have disparaged the hunter in the past, I believe I may have been caught publicly saying that I regretted leveling my hunter, which, you know, everybody loves the hunter. Nobody wants to be the hunter that pulls everything, though I guess some of you do. But I'm really starting to enjoy my hunter. He's at level 96 now. I'm hopeful that I can hit 100 either over the weekend or, you know, by next weekend, something like that, and get him actually geared up and maybe do some raiding, do a little ranged DPS action. I'm really enjoying it as a class. I feel like it's kind of coming into its own at this level. I'm going out and doing some of the quests that I didn't hit on my main, and I'm really just having fun in the world. Other than that, I have made a big decision that I will be boosting my DK. So I will have a level 90 DK before the weekend. I'm very excited about that. And that's part of the plan, to get a couple more tunes up to 100, get a couple more rating tunes in there. Because right now I'm rating on 2 teams. I'm rating 3 nights a week. But I only have 1 tune. So, you know, by the second time that I go through these bosses, I'm already locked out. I'm not even eligible for loot. And at this stage in our progression, where I'm running normals on both teams, I want to have another tune in there. So that's why you'll soon see Bamalam, my blood DK, and hopefully you'll see a little bit of iPole, who is my Beastmaster Hunter. Now, while neither one of the teams that I raid on, neither one of them are probably going to make it to World's First. Love you guys. Love you. But let's be honest. We're a little bit behind at this point. So, what I'd like to bring you right now is a quick little update on exactly what's going on with the World First race. And let me go ahead and refresh this. See if there's been any changes. There haven't. Alright. So, we have Method at 12 of 13. We have Paragon also at 12 of 13. A name that I cannot pronounce in Russian at 11 of 13. And third, Scratch from the EU Sargeras at 11 of 13. And then Midwinter from the US at 11 of 13, sitting in 5th right now. Now, the one thing that I'm doing what I can here, Sal. I really am. The one thing that I can say, hey, gang, is the one little insight that I've got about this is I know, as you may or may not know, US resets on Tuesday, EU resets for us on Wednesday. So, Method and Paragon actually went through and got Manaroth down before Midwinter, and they still haven't gotten their Manaroth kill. But with that sort of lead, they're now at 2 12 of 13 clears. It's gonna be tough for the U.S. team to come back, and now with the Russian team and a French team coming up there, it's exactly, gang. Go Midwinter. All of us in the U.S. are cheering for you guys. I'm sure none of you have time to sit around and listen to my podcast. But in case you do, which you don't, but in case you do, guys, we're cheering for you. Go Merca. We are absolutely cheering for you guys. And regardless of what happens, Midwinter will be the winner in our hearts. They're definitely way ahead on the race for US First, regardless of what happens. The next up US team is sitting in 9th right now. They're on Illidan, and that is Limit, sitting at 9 of 13. So we got a good race going. We definitely have a good race going. It looks like it's going to come down to Paragon and Method, but stranger things have happened. Manaroth Midwinter could get through this, down Manaroth, down Archimon, and emerge victorious. So we will keep a close eye on that. Little asterisk here. If you happen to be raiding on Tuesday night, as I was with Rubber Chicken Coalition, they actually reset the instance at somewhere around 10 p.m. Eastern, so it would have been 7 p.m. server. So evidently something was going on with somewhere in that back end of the raid mythic race. Because for them to reset an instance in the middle of, basically the middle of a raid day, something's got to be going crazy. So evidently Blizzard saw something, caught it, reset it, kicked everybody out, messed all sorts of things up for people for the rest of the night. But they're keeping that mythic race true. So at this point, what I would like to see is our wonderful guest for this evening, someone that I have the true honor and pleasure of bringing in here. I'm going to go ahead and give her a call right now. That is Miss Salmacis the Shaman from the Converted podcast. Miss Salmacis, are you with us? I are as well. It's not my dog, so I'm happy. Exactly. Yeah, that's kind of what she does. That's definitely, yeah, Yeah, I actually, last week, I had a wonderful, I inserted a part of the interview with Mumpers that Mammy Twink had done. And it didn't insert to my iTunes version of my podcast. So there's a minute and a half of my dogs barking in the middle of my podcast. So yeah, epic win there. I have an incredible chat room. I'm very happy for every single one of these guys that are here. And someone is saying that they cannot hear you. Okay. Let's quickly attempt to figure that out. This is what we get for doing it live. That would also work. We should. That is an incredible point, and I'm glad you said it here. You will never say that again. I hope no one in the chat room missed that. Yeah. That crazy dare. Oh my gosh. Sal, you can't say that on Twitch. Okay. I am never funny.
What could
oh my gosh
possibly be wrong with the sound?
What could possibly be wrong with the sound is that my I had you muted.
Stop, you had me muted?
Yeah.
Just like a click? Like there was nothing like actually wrong?
Yeah, hold on.
There's nothing like actually wrong? You just like had like literally just like clicked on me and muted me?
I didn't have you actually muted, but in my voice meter, my little my software
That's it.
Yeah. Cuz I mumble in there last night so I could listen to the CTR Guild Town Hall, and I had that muted so I wasn't streaming it. So I could just listen. And whoops. I'm good at the internets.
Learn to internet, Cuddlès.
I refuse.
Hello, chat room. We were just talking about how... Oh, you heard what he said about how awesome you are. I'll tell you what, chat room is the best part of having a live show. The absolute best part. Like, that's when you know, like, who your friends are, you know, and these are the people that will make fun of you and troll you all day long.
They definitely will. They do this both in the chat room and in game. So it's wonderful. That's how I know I've somewhat started to step up the ladder. Random people make fun of me in game. It's great. Although that might just be me, because that happened before I had a podcast. So
you know, like, I don't know who's making fun of you, but like Belschnickel and Navox have been after me to get you on the show on the Converted for like a long time, and like linking me your videos and going, Sal, why hasn't this happened yet? Because I'm the one that's in charge of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I did send you a message and you did respond to it.
I did.
Yeah. And it was one of those things where, like, I think it was like in the middle of the night, I woke up and said, I haven't talked to Cuddles about that yet. And I just sent you a message and went back to sleep. You know, it's like you want to like do it while you remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was one of those things. But yeah, we need to get you on the show ASAP.
I'm ready.
Better.
Anytime.
We're ready? Okay.
Anytime, preferably a Monday when you're actually recording, because it'd just be weird if you had me on a show on a Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday's a weird time for a show.
Yeah.
Only like really weird people like like stream a show on a Thursday.
I know who would like. There's. I'm sure someone has some sort of religious ceremony to attend on Thursday nights. There's it's Wings Day at Wing House.
At Wing House?
Yes, at Wing
every
House.
Every day we'd be Wing Day at Wing House?
No, you would think so. That would make sense.
Okay,
It's like a Hooters knockoff. So their game isn't real tight.
Oh, okay, I got you. You know, speaking of religious ceremonies, you know, I'm in Brooklyn, and right outside my window today, something weird happened. There was some chanting and then some gospel songs. I didn't understand it, why there were so many people outside my bedroom singing on a Thursday night. But you know what they weren't doing? They weren't streaming. There you go.
And you know what? We are. And we should probably actually, you know, start doing what we're here to stream about. So, everyone...
There's a purpose to this?
I think there is. As much as I enjoy our inane banter, everyone, I have the absolute pleasure, the honor of having Miss Salmacis, the shaman, the co-host with the most of the Converted podcast, but for today's purposes, a committee member of the Well Played Party. Sal, how are you doing today?
I am really great. Got to work from home today, so that means that I was on GroupMe all day long with other guildies. If you're not on GroupMe, get on GroupMe, guys. You know, best waste of time ever. And I got the message today from Jules asking if I can come on, and I could, and here I am. So I'm in a really good mood.
I really appreciate you being in a good mood. I didn't want grumpy Sal. Well, thank you for being here with us. But for those that might not know, tell us a little bit about who is Sal?
Who is Sal? Well, first and foremost, the most important thing to know about me is that I am a part of the Convert to Raid Guild on Airy Peak. All right, and then after that, I'm one of a team of people who helms the Converted podcast, which is the official podcast of the Convert to Raid Guild. Sometimes people on Twitter mistake us for actually Convert to Raid. We're not Convert to Raid. We are the Converted. What sound was... Never mind. Sorry, I just got really distracted just a second ago. Okay, what we do is we like to report on what's going on within the CTR Guild. We've got Nate who comes on and talks about raid teams. Oh my god, did you hear the raid team stuff? We can talk about it later. And we have Terrarts who comes on and talks about events for CTR. I also like to raid because I'm in CTR and I live in New York City, the best city on the planet. So that's all there is about me.
Woohoo! Well,
yeah.
And I actually did not know that you lived in New York City. So you live in like the city.
I live in Brooklyn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that like, I feel like not being from New York, I feel like that's dangerous. I feel like do you get stabbed often?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, I'm from Florida. This is what we think about New York.
No.
I don't know.
You know what? People need to stop watching movies about New York. You know what? New York has done it to themselves, to be honest. And maybe filmmakers are doing it so people don't keep moving here, because the rent is so high.
Yeah.
It is. I've been to a lot of places. I've lived in a lot of places, and New York is my favorite. So I couldn't have landed in a better spot.
Right on. Well, I'm glad you enjoy it there.
Yeah.
Very glad. Now, I hear you're throwing a bit of a party this year at BlizzCon.
Party.
But it's not the first year that this has been done, has it?
It's not. It is not. The party is called Well Played Party. In the past, it's just been like the Convert to Raid Guild Party. Now, Well Played is still that, but we want everyone to know that everyone is welcome. Like, everyone's always been welcome. You know, Horde Alliance, whatever guild you're in, whatever country you're from, come on to the party. So this year it's been rebranded to be like Well Played. This is the third time we've had the party. The first time we didn't know who was going to come. We had a little thing planned, and then like the whole world showed up to like a kind of a small room. So the next year, a huge room was booked at the Hilton, and we filled it, and it was perfect size for like a good crowd, you know. And we've got devs who come in there, you know, we've got, you know, the Convert to Raid guys, we've got all kinds of raiders. Like last year we had a whole table full of Blood Legion people, you know, like all these like WoW celebrities walking in all the time. You know, if you want to meet, you know, a dev from World of Warcraft, you know, you'll be able to shake Ian Hazuko's hand. So come on to the party. All these people always come.
That
I say
is
always.
awesome.
It's been 2 years in a row. So this is our third one, and it's going to be bigger and better.
That is really, really cool. Now I hear a lot of the podcast community shows up. I hear maybe Ro Wow might be there. Maybe
Ro's
Nick
gonna
Montgomery.
totally be there. Yeah, he'll be there.
Maybe that guy that does that weird game case show. The guy with the neck beard that likes to hug people.
You know, the neck beard that likes to hug people describes a heck of a lot of the people that'll be there. A heck of a lot.
No,
I got to hang out with Scott Johnson and his wife Kim. They are the nicest people ever. So Scott Johnson was at our party for a while last year, and just hanging out. You know, just grab soda, whatever. You know, talking to everybody, shaking everybody's hand, because that's, you know, our community is cool and happy, and lots of hugging on the necks and wearing kilts, which I don't get, but that'll happen too.
I will be part of the Kilt Coalition this year.
Oh, goodness
so
gracious.
That's going to happen. Now, if I may ask real quick before I forget to do this, how many members of the Converted are going to be there?
Two. Belschnickel's going to be there, and myself.
Yay!
Yeah, now Navox can't come, and he's got a really good reason. He's buying a house. That's the same reason why like Turarts can't be there either. But Navox really wanted to be there, and it was really hard on him not to be there. Oh. Poor guy. And I've never actually like shaken hands with Navox before, and he's someone that I've worked with for a long time, and he's really awesome.
Wow.
But Belschnickel, you know, he and I have, you know, been doing this for a few years together, and he's actually in LA right now.
Oh.
Yeah, because he's taking classes with the Gromlings, you know, the comedy troupe.
Nice.
Yeah, and if you want to go to our channel on YouTube, go to the Converted Podcast channel, just the Converted Podcast. You can see him. He's vlogging about it. So you can see awesome. Like daily like what he's doing and how he's going. I'm pretty excited for him.
Oh, it's so cool to see somebody chase their dream. Like absolutely so cool. And he's a funny guy just without like formal training.
Oh, he's a funny guy, and he's the nicest person on the planet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you, what's going to be different at the Well Played party this year from previous years?
More stuff. It's going to be more party, more swag, more people, more music, more guildies from all places in the world. And this time we hope to stream the party. Oh my gosh, like all the cameras and the people and the planning. It's going to be more. And we still want to have prizes. We've always had t-shirts. You can be able to buy them there too. We know what we're doing now, and we're going to have a blast.
Now, for those that may not have heard about this, if you don't know, folks, this party was actually put up on Kickstarter. So it is actually still there at tinyurl.com/wellplayedparty. The party has now fully funded. So congratulations to Sal and everybody on the team. Like, woo! That was so it was so exciting to see that happen. But now that it
happened live, it was during the guild town hall last night.
Yes, it was. That was a fun moment. That was a really fun moment, and I had absolutely nothing to do with it. So That's other than backing the party, but you guys are the ones that
had everything to do with it then. It's the backers. Without the backers, we can't have the party. Things are expensive. It's at the hotel that is basically on the same property as the Anaheim Convention Center. So it's right there, steps away from BlizzCon. There's going to be people there at the party who don't even have tickets to BlizzCon. Not even going to BlizzCon, but coming to the party. There's going to be tons of people there like that. But, booking a hotel ballroom costs money. And then they nickel and dime you for every little thing. You want a stage? How big do you want it? I'm sorry, you want a microphone? You can't bring your own microphone. You got to use one of ours. And you have to hire one of our guys to plug it in.
Hold on, you want a microphone that works? That's $50 more.
Everything works. I mean, it's fine, And then we also have to have enough bartenders because we need that. And we're right up the stairs, like right up the escalators from the infamous Hilton bar. So it's right there, and it's easier to get a drink at our party than it is at in the bar. So people coming up to our party to get drinks and hanging out. It's really a blast. It did get a little messy at the end last time, but I think that's to be expected.
You get a bunch of WoW players together, and
busy.
Things happen. Happen. So now that the party is fully funded, we know that it's going to happen.
It's absolutely going to happen. Yes.
Is there anything else, like, for those folks out there that like, oh hey, I wanted one of the awesome prizes or gifts? And by the way, I will say, I think I'm going to end up with a Elvine Twitter banner, or not Elvine, Evilani.
Yeah.
The sounds from Marconin, because oh my gosh, I don't know how you make random sounds ringtones on an iPhone, but I will figure it out. I have to have Marconin as my ringtone, and then I'm also getting a badge from Zoe Zazu, and a goodie bag. So I haven't even been to the party, and this has already been the coolest experience ever because I'm gonna get all this cool crap. Like it's incredible. Well, what about those people that have not yet contributed, even though it's fully funded? Is there anything that they can do?
There's a huge thing. One really big thing we want to do this time. Not everyone can come to BlizzCon. Not everyone can make the trip out to California and pay for the hotel and pay for the food and pay for the tickets and all that stuff. We want to stream the party so that all of our guildies all around the world can be with us. We want to talk to you and be live, and everyone to be part of this huge Convert to Raid Guild meetup. Now, there's a lot of people that are going to be there that are not part of Convert to Raid. You're welcome to. We want to be able to stream it, but to be able to stream it does cost a heck of a lot more money. The reason it costs a lot of money is because we need a ton of bandwidth. We need a ton of bandwidth in a place that is already using a ton of bandwidth. It's right next to BlizzCon, so we can't just use like data plans, like dongles or whatever, because everyone else will be using their phones and their own data plans, and it just sucks it up. So then there's equipment that's involved too. So we need to hit $9,500 to be able to stream. And we really want to be able to do that. And the thing is, now you just said people who haven't backed it yet. Now, if you haven't backed it yet, please back it. Back it for $1, back it for $5. We'll love you, okay? If you have backed it, we did add something else last week. Add-ons. So if you go to wellplayedparty.com and then click on Kickstarter, you can see that we've got up to, let's see, 8,330 right now. So we're just over $1,000 away from being able to stream. And then you can see all the things you can pledge for and get little prizes, awesome prizes, like all the things you just mentioned, right? But we have add-ons. So say you've already pledged some money, but you go, oh, wait a minute, I want a well-played lanyard. Well, then kick up your donation by $5. $5 and you can get a lanyard. say you want those Mark Conan ringtones. Now, if you're already a backer, if you've already backed the party, you can add $15 to your original pledge and get those Mark Conan ringtones.
So totally worth it. Like, I haven't even heard them yet, but Mark Conan, come on now.
Oh, his voice is, gosh. The t-shirts, these are actually cheaper than they were selling the t-shirts at the party last year. So the t-shirts, you want a t-shirt? It's $25. A goodie bag that has all this stuff. It's got a t-shirt and lanyard and stickers and patches even. Patches. A well-played patch will be awesome. $35. What if you want both? There's going to be two kinds of t-shirts. What if you want both? You can do that. What is really exciting and what a lot of people are going for is the bowling shirt.
Yes.
So whether or not you're Horde or Alliance, you can get a red shirt, for Horde, and you can get a blue shirt for Alliance. If you want to see what it looks like, you can go to our YouTube for the Converted Podcast. And last week, Jules was on the show, and she was wearing one of those shirts. And I'll tell you what, you know who else wears those kind of bowling shirts? Blizzard employees. So Blizzard employees are all walking around in bowling shirts. You can walk around in a bowling shirt. Your bowling shirt will have a really cool, well-played logo right here. So a lot of people are using that as their add-on. Because they're getting other tiers that don't have the bowling shirt in it. Or maybe they want the Twitter banners or something. But
yeah, and there's, I think there's been, out of all the backers, I think there's somewhere around 60 backers now. I think one has wanted one of the bear meat badges. I know that he's doing badges. So it's only one person. If anyone wants to make bear meat feel a little bit... Oh, he's here in the chat! Oh, hi, Ursangus! How are you doing? But no, really and truly, he did a badge for you last year, right, Sal?
He did. Where is it? It's really good.
It actually looks incredible.
If you want to see it, it's featured on the Kickstarter page. It's featured right towards the bottom. There it goes. And it's got, he put black glasses on my tune and everything. I will cherish this forever. Really, really love my bear meat Ursangus badge. And I didn't even have to pay for it. He just gave it to me because, wow. Oh my gosh. It's even got so many details. He's got a lightning on it because I'm an elemental shaman. Aw. Ursangus. I love it.
He definitely did some great work on that. I was actually really, really impressed with what he was able to do. Not that I would expect anything less out of him. But let's scroll down the page here. Some pictures from last year. Look at this. This is Blood Legion, if I'm not mistaken.
That?
With the in the green and black? No,
that's Asparagus Initiative.
Oh, sorry. I don't know you people. I'm new.
Where's that broccoli campaign? Oh my gosh. Can I
Okay.
Okay, Darius is in it. I know all these people. There's Wyatt or that is a team in Convert to Raid with players in it. I think that's Asparagus. It's hard.
I'm trying to find the Ursangus badge. That's what we were doing.
Oh, it's under.
Here.
It's under.
There we go. There we go. There is the Ursangus badge. Guys, go and get one of these.
Oh, isn't it awesome?
How cool is that? He's got the little barcode. He's got the BlizzCon. He's got her tune rocking it. Little Airy Peak symbol in the back, or the little Convert to Raid symbol in the back. Great job, man. Very, very exciting stuff.
I'm really excited about this Kickstarter. And the thing is, what you can get as a reward are things from the guild that are made by guildies, designed by guildies. The well-played logo was like a community effort with the guildies in mind. All contributing, all of these things are from guildies, including the Ursangus badge.
Now, Sal, where can people donate to and find out more information about the Well Played Party?
Okay, now you were talking about the tiny URL dot whatever, but you know, I think it's just easier to tell people that the party's called Well Played, guys. It's called Well Played Party. So go to wellplayedparty.com. And if you go to wellplayedparty.com, you can see photos. You can see a map of exactly where it is. You can see, oh, there's a link to go to the Kickstarter. You click on the Kickstarter link. You can see that we have got 68 backers for $8,330, and we need about $1,200 more to get to our stretch goal.
That's easy. That's easy. One person, $1,200 right now. This thing's over. We got this.
You know what? You might be joking around, but
I'm not. I was sitting there in the chat, and I will not say this. I will not say who it was because he's asked that his wife never find out. But I don't think his wife listens to my podcast. But I sat there and I watched somebody donate. I think it was well over $600.
Yes, that was for the breakfasts.
Yeah, and that's an incredible opportunity too. That breakfast, you'd have breakfast with some of the Iron Council members, and wow.
We've definitely had one or two pledges up near the $1 or $2 grand range. You know, I don't want to be like, oh, who did what, you know, because people are doing it. Some people are doing it anonymously. A lot of people are commenting. I love the comments. I hope that you do comment if you do it, you know. But there have been some very generous people, But like I said, if you don't have $1,000. $5, we'll love you just the same.
It's not about what you can give. It's and if you cannot give something, support it by sharing it. Support it by telling your friends about it. Just spread the word about this, because this is, Sal has said it, this is not just for Convert to Raid. This is for anyone that plays World of Warcraft. Anyone that's going to be anywhere in the area. Guys, this is going to be an awesome party. I cannot tell you how excited. This is my very first BlizzCon, and I am so pumped. I think I might be more pumped about this party than I am about standing around in line with like a bunch of sweaty people at BlizzCon. I'm more excited about having drinks with all you sweaty people at the party.
I'll tell you what, first of all, the air conditioning at BlizzCon is actually pretty good. And it's in November, so it's not that terrible. But, you know what? It starts the day before. It starts on Thursday night. People are getting in, people flying in. You know, people got their suitcases, and you go, oh my God, there's the person I've been raiding with for a year and a half, and I totally know them. I need to go hug them now, you know. People are staying at all kinds of hotels around there. It's right next to Disney World. I'm getting there a day early. Maybe I'll go to Disney.
Nice.
To me, it has nothing in the world to do with the con. The con is so just an excuse to be there. I get to see all my friends and like solidify these relationships that, you know, have been brewing, you know, for these years. It's such a really great event to have everyone there and to meet people from all over the world that play the same game you do, that are part of the same community you are. And Convert to Raid is a really big part of that. And the Well Played Party, you know, puts everyone together in one place. So hopefully we'll be able to stream it and anyone can be a part of it.
Right on. Well, somebody in the chat room, Crames, actually just said, hopefully one of these years I'll end up going. Crames, you know what? If you're not going to make it this year, we're doing everything that we can to make sure that you can at least see this party and come and experience this with everybody else, because it's going to be a blast. It's going to be an absolute blast. It will be interesting to see who is this year's sushi.
Oh, I hope no one is this year's sushi. Oh, that poor guy.
Hopefully next year we won't be saying, we'll see who's going to be this year's Cuddlès.
You know, we didn't have, the first year, we didn't have a guy like that.
Oh.
Is the thing. Poor Sushi. He will never, ever, ever let that down. The thing is, like, he didn't, like, beat anybody up, or he didn't, like, lose his cookies or anything like that. He just, it wasn't even at the party, because I don't think he would have done this at the party. He just, you know, had some libations provided by Blazin. So maybe it was Blazin's fault, and maybe Blazin should actually be taking the blame on all this. There were some libations being passed around, and Sushi showed his Alliance pride loudly and in front of several hundred people at the Hilton Bar. There are videos of this, and if you hear anyone referring to anyone else as kinsman, understand that was Sushi. Sorry.
And these are the sort of memories that you cannot make on raid night. We make wonderful memories in game. We make wonderful memories in Mumble, but stuff like this only comes once a year at BlizzCon, and I for one cannot wait for it.
And it just in case you're worried, not everyone's a drinker, and just because there's a lot of fun to be had like that. There's plenty of teetotalers that go and have a blast as well.
Yes, you can come and laugh at those of us that do drink.
Yeah, like Belschnickel doesn't touch the stuff. Spencer HD, not a drinker, but everyone's having fun. Everyone's enjoying each other's company.
Right on. Well, Sal, thank you so very much for coming on. Where can people find you personally online?
Oh, it is easy to find me. If you want to go on Twitter, which is where I go. Twitter is my favorite thing. I am summer like the season. So at summer_Sal, S-A-L, on Twitter. So summer_Sal. The podcast, the Converted Podcast, is at converted_CTR. If you just want to go to our website and check out all the stuff we have, go to convertedpodcast.com. There you can get a link to our Twitch, a link to our YouTube, a link to our Twitter, and email address, and all the stuff at convertedpodcast.com.
Right on. Well, Sal, thank you so very much for taking some time out of a very busy Thursday night and joining me live on the show. I really and truly appreciate it.
Oh, well, no, it's nice to finally like talk to you face to face.
I know, this is so fun.
This will be, we'll have to do this again in a few weeks when you're on my show on a regular Monday night, because we're not Thursday freaks.
Yeah, Thursday's weird. Weirdo Thursdays. No, I picked Thursday because, okay, so this is horrible, but I picked Thursday because I couldn't think of anybody that streamed on Thursday. And then I felt absolutely horrible because there's one podcast out there that streams on Thursday, and I'm a huge fan. And
who is it?
It's Jules does IRI better. I remembered it better.
Yeah.
And I am directly up against her. And it's I'm sorry, Jules, I didn't do this on purpose. Your podcast is probably more entertaining than mine.
I don't know, you're a pretty funny guy.
Hey, this is the one night that I could make it happen with my life. So Sal, thank you so much for coming out. It was both an honor and a pleasure, and I really truly mean that, to have you on the show tonight. Don't say that, because I'll have you back next week, because Blizz isn't coming out with any news, so you filled a great spot on the podcast tonight.
Oh, chopped liver, huh?
Yeah, no, really,
yeah.
you were filler. That's what this was filler. That's why I waited until today to ask you. I was like, well, maybe Blizz will come out with some news, and I want to talk to Sal. That'd be great.
Well, I'll be your styrofoam peanuts anytime.
There you go. I appreciate it. And again, thank you. It was really short notice. For those that don't know, and probably nobody knows, I put out a call on Twitter at 10:30, 11 o'clock this morning to the Well Played party. Said, hey, is anybody available? And Jules immediately served up Sal as a sacrificial lamb. I don't even know if she knew that you were available, but she was like, yeah, Sal will do it. She doesn't do anything. She's available. Most of us are busy, but Sal, she's good. She'll come.
New York's expensive. She's not going anywhere. She's just sitting at home.
Yes, you'll be getting your paycheck here shortly. Expected. It's in the mail.
Oh, yeah, from all the revenue.
Yeah.
Because podcasting, we make a lot.
Yeah, those 38 clicks that I get a week, I'll tell you what, I'm raking in that YouTube revenue. It's just lining my pockets. I'm like Scrooge McDuck over here. I need a big pile of gold background for myself.
Let's go swimming in all the YouTube clicks.
But Sal, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You have a absolutely wonderful night.
We'll talk to you later, Cuddles.
All right. Bye, Sal.
Bye.
Guys, that was Sal from the Converted Podcast. I cannot tell you how absolutely grateful I am to have her on. And you know what? We are running incredibly long tonight. So I am going to skip my short little encouraging moment that I usually have. Next week, I'm going to touch on how to get you through the mid-patch blues. Hopefully you don't quit on the game this week. Hopefully my encouragement wasn't going to be what it took to get you through this next week. But I cannot tell you what a blast it was to have her on this show, and what a wow! Like I just had Sal from the Converted on my podcast. That was I feel that was really cool. So let's go ahead and do a couple shout outs this week. First and foremost, Miss Summer Sal, our very recent guest. I have said thank you a whole lot tonight, but one more time, let me say, Sal, thank you. And to Nabox, also on the Converted. Nabox has been a huge supporter and a great friend to me. He's actually the one that helped me hook up the green screen, kind of walked me through how that happens and what to do with that. He's given me a lot of tips, helped me out a whole lot just in what I do with podcasting. And I would be remiss in mentioning Bell Schnickel from the Converted. I haven't really ever talked to the guy, but I think we've tweeted a couple times, and he just seems, like Sal said, one of the absolutely coolest, nicest guys. So I cannot wait to hopefully very soon take Sal up on that offer to be on the Converted. Also, big shout out to Rubber Chicken Coalition, my Tuesday night normal raid team, the Legacy CTR team. Guys, we are 3 of 10. I keep on saying 3 of 10. We are 3 of 13. Woo! Let's get it done. We're going to go in there. We're going to smack Hellfire Council in the face. Hellfire High Council right in the face next week. And to Bacon and Kegs, come on. We have the coolest raid name in the entire guild. So let's just live up to that, guys. Other than that, Draven Dresden, thanks for some last minute podcast Skype help getting me kind of set up so that I could do that with Sal. Also, big shout out to his podcast, the Epic Fail Podcast. Guys, if you have not checked that out, go check it out right now. Also, Worgen Howl, Kaz and Frosty. What an absolutely incredible... This is a husband and wife team, guys. If y'all have not heard this podcast, you need to go check it out. They're absolutely incredible. You can find them at worgenhowl.blogspot.com. You can find Epic Fail Podcast at epicfailpodcast.com. These guys are both incredible. Don't forget the Converted Podcast. Sal just gave you the deets. I don't want to mess it up. I believe it's convertedpodcast.com. But all these people are absolutely incredible and wonderful. Big shout also to Midnight in Convert to Raid. We got a big project coming up, a special episode that should be hitting within the next week or two. Can't really tell you any details yet, but it's going to be really cool. I'm super excited about it. It's going to be another, what we're going to call a boss pull for the Game Case show. If you listen to episode 8 where we dealt with some women's issues, we're going to revisit something very similar to that, and do kind of some a little bit more serious issues in gaming. It's going to be a little bit different from my normal podcast. I'll still do my normal podcast this week, but you'll see it in your podcast role, whether it's iTunes or Stitcher. And that's going to be it for episode 15. If you'd like to join our live audience, just like Cinnamon, Gank Theory, Summersal, Terraburn, Ursangus, Kazzle, Frosty, Gank, and all the others did tonight, come and join us on twitch.tv/thegamecase at 10 p.m. Eastern each and every Thursday night. Thank you so much for listening to episode 15 of The Game Case. You can find me on Twitter at Mullet863. You can find the show at The Game Case Show. You can download us on iTunes and Stitcher, catch recordings of the live show, or our tips, tricks, and kill videos at youtube.com/thegamecase, or find all of the things on the official site of The Game Case Show, thegamecase.com. And with that, Game Case out.
Thank you for joining us this week inside The Game Case. Please join us next week for more news, tips, and ramblings about the World of Warcraft. Game Case out.
World of the Warcraft.
Woo! That does it for tonight.